Okay, hello, ni hao, li he. My name is Cabbage and welcome back to the channel. I'm coming to you live from what I'm gonna call the MSS, or the Mobile Struggle Setup. I'm not at home right now, so I can't use any of the equipment that I would consider like studio quality, so it's just me flying by the seat of my pants. From the title of the video, you can probably assume that I'm traveling, and you would be right, because I am in my ethnic home of Taiwan. The sacred land of boba, night markets, semiconductors, public transportation, and all the other things that you love. Usually when you watch these travel vlogs, it's always some kind of like extraordinary and exciting thing. You got your country name like right off the bat, and then 5 minutes of just B-roll, no talking, no transitions, no graphics, just some kind of music over the top, hard cuts. You don't even hear someone's voice until like halfway through the video, and then like a montage of eating and food, some more B-roll, and then you're done. Like 100K views, so easy. Mwah. Chef's kiss, like Academy Award. Just take it. I don't even want it. Just take it.
I think this guy did a great job.
And I would love to do that. Like I would so love it. My clout would be soaring. I could buy like a house in LA and a G-Wagon, and then I would be doing like collabs with celebrities, but I'm not gonna do that. That's not who I am. Instead, I'll do it the good old-fashioned home-brewed Cabbage way and probably get weird with it. Let's just go. Okay, so for context, I've been traveling to Taiwan since I was a little kid. This place is basically like home away from home. Although I never really thought of it that way because I would only be here for a couple of weeks at a time. So this has created a lot of mixed feelings when it comes to how I view Taiwan and what would happen when the annual visit came around. On one hand, it's the same experience. I do all the same things. It's a rhythm, so I can just play my part in the band. But on the other hand, I spend 96% of my time in my permanent Western home. So there is a little bit of exotification and fantasia when it comes to how I view this place. So if you're someone who's never been to Taiwan or parts of Asia before, the way you view that B-roll that I'm showing you right now is probably a lot different than how I view it. I think I've somehow exposure therapied myself into feeling very regular about it. And I think that's why I never chose to film much of my experience here. A couple years ago, I brought my most beautiful camera and most beautiful lens to try and capture a bunch of images that hopefully would become a short film one day. And I never ended up finishing it. My perception of those images were so. But the realization I had was that that's the whole point of a travel vlog. What's so special about it is the break that it causes in your life. Your conceptual view of reality is broken by this interruption of sudden culture, scenery, and people that outside of your purview simply doesn't exist. I get to bring you along in this impossibly unique journey abroad. Every sight I see is special because it's simply not what I usually see. You know, it's funny because one of the things that I really love to do is just to stare out the window. This place is one of the fastest, most innovative, exciting, and honestly like electrifying places in the world. But here I am, being the most rusted and slow versions of myself. And that's really cool. So even if I don't think that what I'm capturing is particularly exceptional, perhaps someone else may feel like it's quite exceptional, maybe even extraordinary. I'm starting to believe that my initial premise was wrong. And I think how you see what I see is really important. All tools have a very specific purpose, and I've brought quite a few. I brought my phone, which I talk about here, please go watch that video. But almost all the B-roll you're watching is shot on this. I'm loving it. I'm using the 5x lens a lot more than I anticipated. In fact, the main camera, the 24mm, is the lens I actually use the least. How about that? I brought my action cameras, the Insta360 X4 and Go 3. Both of these I love for various reasons. It's just so fun to have quirky angles and views that tickle the brain and the eyes. Being unconventional can just be as satisfying as being highly artful, so I'm enjoying it. I think it goes without saying, but I am very privileged to get to visit as much as I do. I don't want to make it sound like I have no fun here. I do have a lot of fun here. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Everyone and their mothers has one of these right now, and it's not as perfect as they want you to believe it is. But I personally believe that every tool has a job, and for the purposes that I use it for, it's perfect. Vlogging with the face track is basically perfect. Sightseeing is a breeze. Product shots, personally, I'm still working on because I'm used to holding the heavier, bigger brothers of this guy, the RS series and the 4D. But look, it's 2025. If you're looking for stable footage and you want like a super easy vlogging camera, just go get one. People used to have to stabilize their footage like this, me included. Okay, so just be blessed. Go. I brought my stills camera, the Fuji X100 which is shooting the talking head for this video because I wanted to test out the video capabilities. And I gotta say, it's doing quite well. But I use it mostly for stills because, well, it's a stills camera. And then I brought this guy, the camcorder. I'll make another video on this another time, but I'm gonna refer to this camera as imperfect perfection. The more I move and the more I capture with these tiny devices, the more I feel absolutely unstoppable. So many different angles, points of view, in just one little bag that I can take everywhere is just amazing. I've always been a mixed media kind of guy who wants to be cinematic. I think my style is starting to find itself, and the weirdness, well, that's definitely one of the pillars. Notably, what I don't bring out every day is this guy, my actual camera. He's only here because I'm trying to work on some other projects, so please get subscribed for that. But the point of the trip when I come to Taiwan is to be rested, mindful, and in the moment. So I want my everyday camera carry to represent that, and therefore, no big bulky camera. I've also decided to make a partner video to this one. No talking head, just all the best stuff that I captured. If you enjoyed the B-roll in this, I hope you go check it out as well. It's weird, it's almost like I don't really know what I want to be here. Like I want to be perceived as a local so bad, but I'm not fluent enough to be able to pass as a local, nor am I like visually local enough, nor would I say that I act local enough. Like I bring a camera bag, for God's sake. But there is this wish to be kind of like anonymous or invisible here. And yet I feel like I exceptionalize a lot of the normalcy that happens. Like when I vlog at home, I'm not thinking about like, oh, this is gonna be so cool or this event will be so cool, so I want to capture that. It's more just like my daily life. But here, there's this difference between like, what do I highlight as like the amazing parts of traveling here and all these things, but in reality, I'm vlogging in the same style that I would at home. Like there's no difference. For years, I spun my tires on this point. What do I do that's different from anyone else? Does that even matter? Ultimately, the travel vlog is the most upfront way of confronting my questions, since there's so much of it online. As you know, my videos now are a direct way of getting out of my head, being myself shamelessly. It's called YouTube, for God's sake. I remember making travel stuff years ago. It seemed so simple back then. I really gotta stop and go touch some grass, and then upload this video, of course. Truthfully, that's about it. The most climatized travel vlog you ever watch? I'll be going on some more trips in the new year, and I'll probably share a lot of that too. But all the short form stuff that I want to edit to with copyrighted music, I'll probably put on YouTube Shorts or on Instagram Reels. Otherwise, I'm here, trying to be a traveler while also not trying to think about being a traveler. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, please like and subscribe. Also, comment down below because your feedback really brings me back to sanity.